Hey, I'm here today with my friends Emily, James, and Yanai, and we're going to take you through a 25-minute mini flow. This is kind of my favorite flow to do when I don't have a ton of time or a lot of energy to do a full practice, which is most days, to be totally honest. It'll get into major muscle groups, open you up, help you feel both energized and a little bit more centered. So hopefully you enjoy. Okay, we are going to start today in a child's pose. So find your way onto your mat. Your knees can be wide or together, whatever's comfortable. Bring your big toes together, hips to heels, and stretch your arms out in front. Relax your forehead down to your mat. So I always start my yoga practice by taking a moment to check in. So just notice here how you feel physically. Notice what you're thinking about today. And notice your breath. And allow your breath to get really full and really deep. And start to send your breath into your shoulders and into your low back. If it's comfortable, you can activate your Ujjayi breath, which is in and out of your nose. And there's a slight sound in the back of your throat, almost like you're fogging up a mirror with your lips sealed. So there's a ha feeling. We'll take 2 more full rounds of breath here. And then inhale to a tabletop, hands and knees. Spread your fingers really wide and stack your shoulders right above your wrists, your hips right above your knees. Inhale to lift your tailbone, roll your shoulders back, drop your belly for a cow pose, look up. Exhale to cat, press into your hands, tuck your chin and round. 2 more times like that. Inhale, drop your belly, shoulders back, big, full breath. Exhale, press, round, let everything go. Nice, last one, breathe in. And breathe out. Come to a neutral spine as you inhale. And exhale, bring your knees a little bit closer so they touch. Take your right leg behind you as if you're stamping your foot into a wall. Lift your belly button and try to float your left arm out in front so you're reaching opposite arm and legs. A few breaths here. If that feels good, stay. If you want a little bit more, you can bend your knee and reach back to find your foot or your ankle. Everything is optional, so really notice what your body's telling you today. Nice. For extra balance, you can even look over your left shoulder. Beautiful. Slowly release. Take an inhale to extend, stretch long again. And exhale, release it down. Other side, left leg behind you. Lift your belly button, stretch your right arm out in front. So feel free to use your fingers, dig in, lift your navel to your spine, bend your knee if you took that on the other side, find your foot, or just hang out right where you are. Release your foot, inhale, extend, stretch long. Exhale, take it down to hands and knees. And then find your way to a downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. And take a few breaths to pedal out, move around. Get into your body and notice how you feel here. I like to sway my hips, kind of get into my legs a little bit. Awesome. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or lightly hop up to your hands. Take a halfway lift, breathe in, roll your shoulders out of your ears, long spine. Exhale, fold, relax your head and neck down. Rise to standing, reach your arms to the sky, big inhale. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. Inhale, reach your arms to the sky, try looking up. Exhale, dive forward, hinge from your hips. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, plant your palms, step back to a high plank upper push-up, and you can always drop your knees down. Hold here, take a big inhale, fill up. As you exhale, shift slightly forward and lower all the way onto your belly. Hug your elbows into your ribs. 3 cobras, so it doesn't have to be super high. Lift your heart off your mat, breathe in, roll your shoulders back, and exhale, lower down. 2 more times, going as high as feels good for your body. It may be a little bit higher some days than others. Nice, 1 more time with your breath. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Tuck your toes, press up to a hands and knees tabletop position, and then back to downward facing dog. Again, find any movement that feels good. Think of pressing your chest toward your legs, relax your head. Bend your knees, breathe in, look forward. Step or hop up to your hands, exhale. Halfway lift, long spine. Fold, exhale, relax down. Rise to standing, reach your arms to the sky, big breath in. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. Sit into a chair, get really low, like you're hovering in a squat. Take a peek down, make sure you can see your toes, and lift your belly button, relax your shoulders. Bring your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Puff up your chest as you breathe in, open up. Exhale, drop your belly to your thighs, fold forward, and peel your arms off your back. Legs can stay really bent, or legs can go straight, depending on what feels good for your body today. Inhale, sit into your chair. Exhale, forward fold, hinge from your hips. Halfway lift, breathe in. As you exhale, bring your fingertips down. You're going to step your left foot back and then rise to a crescent lunge. So right foot stays forward, both arms reach up to the sky. A couple breaths here. Notice your hips, send your left hip forward, right back. Lift your belly button, relax your shoulders. You can always roll your pinky fingers in to relax your shoulders down. Nice. Take one more big inhale. Open up to warrior two. As you exhale, left heel pivots down, fingertips stretch forward and back. And then a little movement here. So as you inhale, straighten out your right leg, palms together overhead. Exhale, nice deep bend, warrior two. Two more times. Breathe in to reach. Exhale, see if you can get your knee over your ankle. Last one. Keep your legs the same, reverse warrior. Big breath in, stretch it up and back. And exhale, cartwheel your hands to the ground. Stay in a low lunge. You can lift your back heel and feel free to drop your back knee. You're gonna plant your left palm, take your right arm to the sky for a little bit of a twist. One more breath in. Release your hand down, step back to a high plank upper push-up. You can always keep your right foot floating and move through chaturanga like a tricep push-up, elbows in. Inhale, up dog, release your foot if it's floating. Exhale to downward facing dog, hips to the sky. Any movement here, pedal out, sway side to side. Try a big breath in through your nose. Let it out through your mouth and make some noise. One more, big breath in. And let it out. Bend your knees, inhale, look forward. Step or hop to your hands, exhale. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, release down. Back to standing, arms to the sky, breathe in. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. Chair pose again, sit nice and deep. And you'll interlace your fingers behind your back like you did, but try crossing the opposite thumb on top. There's always one that's a little awkward. Puff up your chest, breathe in. This time take your belly to your thighs and either hang out there keeping your chest nice and open or play with coming onto your tippy toes, lift your heels for a little extra balance. One more breath in. Forward fold. As you exhale, release your hands down. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, this time step your right foot back and find your way to a crescent lunge. Press through both feet to rise all the way up. So a few breaths to settle in, especially if you're feeling your low back. You can bend your back knee. Think of scooping your tailbone slightly under to really engage navel to spine. Yeah, and feel strong with your legs. Reach through your fingers. One more big breath in. Open up to warrior two, exhale. Same thing we did on the other side, a little movement. Inhale, straighten out your left leg, palms together, stand taller. Exhale, deep bend. Two more times, breathe in. Breathe out. Last one. Legs stay the same. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, frame your left foot, and feel free to drop your right knee. Plant your right palm, reach your left arm to the sky. Move your shoulders back to open up your chest. Big breath in. Release your hand down, step back to a high plank upper push-up. And your choice if you come straight back to down dog or keep your left leg lifted, flow through your version of vinyasa. Chaturanga, elbows in, to up dog or cobra, shoulders back to downward facing dog. Really use your core to lift up and over your toes. Deep breath in through your nose. Stick out your tongue, let it out through your mouth. One more, big breath in. Stick out your tongue. Spread your feet wide so they come to the outside edges of your mat. And feel free to walk your hands a little closer to your feet. You're going to take your right hand to your left ankle or somewhere on your left leg for a twist. You can look up and underneath your arm. Release and switch sides. Left hand toward your right leg. And again, this may be different every day, so just find what's comfortable, where you can create a little space, a little twist. And release. Feet stay nice and wide. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Step or hop, feet come outside your hands for Malasana, deep squat. Palms together in front of your heart. Open up through your chest, roll your shoulders back. So lots of days this is plenty. Get into your hips. You can move a little side to side. Try to lift your belly button, relax your face. If it's too much, you can always take a forward fold. And if you want a little bit more, some days you feel a little bit stronger or want a little bit more heat, it's crow pose. Hands come down, knees climb into your triceps. Hug your elbows in and lean into your fingers. Try to float one or both feet. So it's more about finding that balance spot than finding your strength. Tune in. Nice. If you're taking a crow pose, come back down to your squat, and we'll all take it to a seat, butt to the ground. Feet together, soles of your feet together, knees open out wide for Baddha Konasana or like a butterfly. Create length, sit up tall, breathe in. Exhale, hinge forward with a flat back, belly toward your feet. Yeah, nice. Hands can stay on your feet, walk forward. And let your breath move where you're tight. So it might be your low back, your hips, your inner thighs. And this is where that body awareness really comes into play. You know what you feel more than anybody else. Check in and honor that. Slowly walk your hands back in, lift your chest, draw your knees in. Find a balance on your butt for your boat pose. So float one foot and then the other. You can keep your hands behind your knees or float your arms out wide. If you want a lot more, maybe James will go there. Legs straight, arms to the sky. Try to suck your belly button in and relax your shoulders. If you're shaking, it's working. You got one more big breath in. Exhale, cross your ankles, plant your palms, find your way to a child's pose. So you might flow through Chaturanga, up dog, down dog, and then drop your knees, or you might just step it back and release down. In your child's pose, sometimes if you're feeling your low back, it can be nice to pull your knees a little closer, release through your sacrum, or wrap your hands toward your feet. Straight out in front feels good, stay there. Full deep breaths. Tabletop, hands and knees as you breathe in. Exhale to downward facing dog. Tuck your toes and lift your hips. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop toward your hands. Halfway lift, long spine. Fold, release down, exhale. Rise to standing, arms to the sky. Big breath in takes you up. Palms together in front of your heart, exhale. We'll take a tree pose. If you need to adjust your stance a little bit, feel really grounded through your feet, do so. You can adjust your clothing, your breath. You're gonna shift your weight actually to your right foot. Let's take left foot up to start. Inside your ankle, your calf, or your thigh. I tricked you there. Palms can press in together or reach up to the sky. And it helps to have a stable gaze, so your eyes on one spot for your balance. 2 more here. Extend your left leg out in front, take a breath in, flex your toes. As you exhale, send your leg back and your chest forward for a warrior 3. So imagine your heart reaching out in front, your foot reaching back. Drop your left hip, arms can always go wide like airplane wings. Awesome. 1 more big breath in. Exhale, step back to a crescent lunge, left foot toward the back of your mat, arms to the sky. Adjust as you need, take a breath in. Open out to warrior 2. 1 time, right leg straight, palms together overhead, inhale. Exhale, warrior 2. Reverse warrior, breathe in. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, frame your right foot, lift your back heel. Keep your knee lifted if that feels okay. This time, right arm to the sky, just 1 breath in. And as you exhale, transition to a side plank on your left knee or outside edge of your left foot. Right hand can come down to step back. Yeah, nice. Stack your feet or stagger them. Flex your toes and really lift your hips. Full breaths in and out for 2. You got it. 1 more. Exhale, release through vinyasa or straight back to down dog. Inhale through your nose. Flutter your lips, let it out like a horse. 1 more time, breathe in. Flutter it out. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to your hands. Long spine, halfway lift, breathe in. Fold, release down, relax your head and neck. Stand tall, arms float to the sky, inhale. Pardon me, exhale, hands to your heart. Same thing, adjust. We're gonna take tree pose. If you need to wiggle or move your clothing, do that. Right foot will come up this time, wherever is comfortable for you. So it can stay really low to your ankle, your calf, or your thigh. Lift your belly button, palms together, or if you want another variation with your arms, take that. Breathe. No worries if you fall out. On your next inhale, extend your right leg in front, flex your toes. Exhale to warrior 3, send your foot back, your chest forward. Hands can stay together in front of your heart or reach out wide like airplane wings. So it helps for me to bend my left knee a little bit, really press down through my left foot. Just as you need, drop your right hip. Yes, nice, breathe. 1 more inhale. Exhale, big step back, find your crescent lunge. Just 1 breath in, arms to the sky, settle in. Exhale, open out to warrior 2. Reverse, actually, let's straighten out left leg, palms together overhead, breathe in. Warrior 2, exhale. Now we can take a reverse warrior, inhale, stretch it up and back. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, frame your left foot. Plant your right palm, left arm to the sky, 1 breath into twist. As you exhale, find your version of side plank. Feel free to drop to your right knee or release your left hand down. Step back, stack up, flex your toes, lift your hips a little bit higher. Use your fingers so you can really dig in. Breathe in. Exhale, release through vinyasa or straight back to down dog. Shift forward to plank, inhale. Lower onto your belly, exhale down. Chin or forehead to your mat. If you guys want to scoot back so you're not in the grass, that's cool. Hands to your low back, interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders back and reach your hands up. Yeah, your feet up. If that's comfortable in your low back, stay nice and long through your neck so there's a slight tuck in your chin. So good. Breathe for 2. 1 more. Exhale, release down. Head to one side, hands by your side, palms face up. Or you can always stack your hands and rest your forehead on your hands if that's more comfortable. Let breath move into your shoulders and into your low back. Chin or forehead to your mat. This time bend your knees, reach back to find your feet or your ankles for bow pose. Kick back and let that lift you up. Nice. Just as high as feels okay for you. So it's going to be different every day for every person. One more big breath in, take it a little higher. Awesome. Exhale, release it down. Head to the other side, hands by your sides, or again, stack your hands and rest your forehead. Then if it's comfortable, you can windshield wiper your legs side to side, release your low back a little. Hands below your shoulders, press 2 hands and knees, tabletop position. We'll take a little thread the needle to get into your shoulders, your chest. Reach your right arm out and up. Roll your wrists a couple times as you breathe in. Exhale, thread through to your left. Drop to your shoulder and let your ear or your face come to your mat. Left hand can stay, stretch in front, or even wrap around your back. Create more space, more length as you inhale, and open up, twist a little bit deeper as you exhale. Gently unwind, press your left hand down, reach your right arm to the sky, breathe in. Exhale, release your hand down, and switch sides. Left arm out and up, inhale, roll your wrists a couple times. Exhale, thread through to your right, drop to your shoulder. Let your chin tuck slightly into your chest, right hand goes wherever feels nice for you. It might be the same spot or a little different on this side. Gently release, press your right hand into the ground, take your left arm out and up, breathe in. Exhale, left hand down. One last down dog for this little mini practice. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. And notice what's changed in this down dog. Maybe your legs feel a little bit more open. Maybe you still want to move around, get into your hips, pedal out, do that. Bend your knees, breathe in, look forward. And as you exhale, step or hop through to a seated position, butt to your mat, legs out in front. So knees can be really bent here or legs straight if that feels good. Reach your arms to the sky, breathe in. As you exhale, hinge with as much of a flat back as you can forward. So hands might reach toward your feet, they might be closer to your knees. Yeah, and then notice if your knees bent feels good, that's a nice release for your low back. If legs straight feels good, it's a nice release for your hamstrings. So find what works. One more big breath in and out. And gently release. Roll onto your back. If you need to adjust your spot on your mat, feel free to scoot your butt a little forward. Hands can always come to your mat if that's easier. We'll take a reclined pigeon on each side. So feet to the ground, knees point up to the sky. Right ankle goes over your left thigh. And you can stay and kind of press your right thigh away. Or you can hold onto the back of your left thigh or onto the front of your left shin to pull everything into your chest. Yeah, flex your toes, that'll protect your knees. Breathe where you're tight. And then switch sides. Switch left ankle over your right thigh. Same thing, this may be different. You might feel that you want to keep one foot down or you might pull it all into your chest. Release from here, find a happy baby. Feet reach to the sky, butt toward the ground. Kind of gently pull on the sides of your feet to draw your knees toward your armpits. Yeah, think of low back nice and long. You can always hold behind your knees if that's more comfortable too. Yeah, and if your low back's pretty flat, you can take gentle rocks side to side. And then every day is a little different, so what do you need before we take Shavasana? It might be a little ball, it might be a twist to both sides, headstand or a plow pose. Nice, Unai. Let your body guide you, yeah, perfect. If you do something on one side, try and do the same on the other side to create that sense of balance. And when you feel like you've had enough movement, enough stretching, get really comfortable for your final Shavasana. There's no rush for that. And depending on how much time you have in your day, you might stay here for 10 minutes. It might be a quick 2-minute Shavasana. And it's not so much the time that you spend practicing, but really the quality. So just as you've been moving, see if you can, in stillness, find awareness, presence, relaxation. Give yourself permission to really let go. Just enjoy however long you have in Shavasana. If you want to stay longer, stay here longer. If you feel like that was enough, you can start to deepen your breath. Find little wiggles, movement in your fingers and your toes. And then take whatever stretches feel good. I like to reach my arms overhead, get really long. You might roll your wrists, your ankles. And carefully with your eyes closed, come up to a comfortable seated position. We took a little baseline check-in when we started, so do the same thing here. Notice how you feel physically. Notice where your mind is, what you might be thinking about now. And notice what shifted or changed for you, breath, energy level, just a sense of calm or connection. Bring your palms together in front of your heart. We'll gently bow our heads to seal in this practice. Namaste. Thanks, guys. Good job. You feel okay?
Thank you.
Okay, good.